Earth is the only known planet that has evolved bipedal intelligent humanoids. Recent estimates from various missions and advances in exoplanet detection suggest the Milky Way Galaxy could have up to 40 billion Earth-sized planets orbiting in the habitable zones of Sun-like and red dwarf stars. What are the odds of a bipedal humanoid evolving on a planet with a different environment? The odds are 1 in 40 billion. If the odds are very low that a bipedal humanoid would evolve on a different planet than Earth, why so-called humanoid extraterrestrials are seen associated with flying saucers. The reports of humanoid extraterrestrials associated with flying saucers could be explained through various hypotheses, such as psychological and cultural factors, cultural influence, popular media, including movies, TV shows, and literature, have heavily influenced our perceptions of extraterrestrials. The depiction of aliens as humanoid beings in these mediums might shape people's experiences and reports. Carl Jung proposed that certain archetypal images reside in the collective unconscious. Humanoid figures might be a part of this archetype, making them more likely to appear in visions or hallucinations. Misinterpretation of stimuli, such as pareidolia. The human brain tends to recognize familiar patterns, such as faces and body shapes. Even in random stimuli, this could lead to misinterpretation of vague shapes or lights in the sky as humanoid figures. Human memory and perception are not always reliable. Witnesses might unintentionally embellish or alter their recollections based on expectations or suggestions. Sociological explanations and social contagion. Once a certain type of sighting or encounter becomes well known, subsequent reports may be influenced by prior accounts. This can create a feedback loop where similar descriptions proliferate. People often seek explanations for unexplained phenomena. Assigning familiar shapes and forms, such as humanoids, to unknown entities can be a way to make sense of mysterious experiences. If intelligent extraterrestrial life exists and has visited Earth, they might have a convergent evolution that led to a humanoid form, although this is considered highly speculative. Some scientists suggest that certain physical forms, like bilateral symmetry and bipedalism, might be advantageous for intelligence and tool use, possibly leading to similar evolutionary outcomes in different environments. However, this idea remains highly debated and speculative. Some theories propose that these entities are not extraterrestrial, but rather interdimensional beings, existing in a different plane of reality and appearing humanoid when perceived by humans. Many ancient cultures have stories of humanoid beings from other realms, such as fairies and demons. Modern UFO sightings might be a contemporary manifestation of these timeless myths. Overall, the exact reason for the prevalence of humanoid extraterrestrial sightings remains an open question, influenced by a complex interplay of psychological, cultural, and possibly unknown factors. The chance of a humanoid, or bipedal being, evolving on a planet with a different environment is highly speculative and would depend on a multitude of factors, including the specific environmental conditions, the evolutionary pressures, and the availability of resources on that planet. Different environments exert different selective pressures on evolving life forms. For instance, gravity, atmospheric composition, temperature, and available resources would all influence the physical adaptations that might evolve. Convergent evolution is the process by which different species evolve similar traits independently due to similar environmental pressures. If the environment on the other planet is similar enough to Earth's, there might be a chance for convergent evolution to produce a bipedal being. However, this is still uncertain and depends on the specific conditions. Evolution is not a directed process. It involves a lot of randomness and contingency. The specific path that evolution takes can be influenced by random mutations, genetic drift, and historical events, making it difficult to predict the outcome. Life as we know it is based on certain chemical processes and biological constraints. If life on another planet follows different biochemical rules, the likelihood of similar forms evolving might be reduced. Given these factors, while it's theoretically possible for a bipedal being to evolve on a planet with a different environment, the exact probability is unknown and likely very low. The unique combination of Earth's conditions and the long, complex history of evolution that led to humans is unlikely to be exactly replicated elsewhere. The reports of humanoid extraterrestrials associated with flying saucers could be explained through various hypotheses. Overall, the exact reason for the prevalence of humanoid extraterrestrial sightings remains an open question, influenced by a complex interplay of psychological, cultural, and possibly unknown factors. The Pleiades star cluster, also known as the Seven Sisters, is located approximately 440 light-years away from Earth. This distance makes it one of the nearest open star clusters to our planet. If an alien species that is not bipedal and humanoid were to develop the technology to travel at or near the speed of light, several factors would need to be considered, such as biological and cognitive capabilities, intelligence, and problem solving. Regardless of physical form, the species would need a high level of intelligence and the ability to engage in complex problem solving and abstract thinking. Communication, such as effective communication, would be essential for collaboration and the transfer of knowledge necessary for technological advancement. While they might not have hands, they would need some means of manipulating their environment, such as tentacles, claws, or other specialized appendages. Advanced sensory organs perceive their surroundings, analyze materials, and understand physical phenomena. A social structure that promotes cooperation and specialization, allowing different individuals or groups to focus on various aspects of technological development. Mechanisms for preserving and transmitting accumulated knowledge, such as written language, data storage, and educational systems. A deep understanding of physics, chemistry, and other sciences to develop advanced technologies, including propulsion systems. The ability to discover, produce, and manipulate materials necessary for constructing spacecraft capable of withstanding high speeds and space travel conditions. As we conclude this first video in our series, we have delved into the intriguing hypothesis that alien abductions and sightings could be encounters with demonic entities from ancient myths. We've explored historical accounts, analyzed patterns, and considered various perspectives. But our journey doesn't end here. In the next video, we will dive deeper into specific case studies, examining evidence and testimonies that may shed more light on this mysterious connection. Stay tuned as we continue to uncover the hidden truths behind these extraordinary phenomena.